Yep, he's the white Italian guy. All right. We back.
Live?
Yep, sorry for the technical difficulties.
Welcome back to another episode of CeleTake Podcast, episode 10.
Yes.
Yeah! Shout out.
I'm your boy E, the host. Next to me, we got the league owner and the co-host, Mike. Now joining us on the right, the man. First time on the pod, debut season.
Sir.
MVP and Rookie of the Year candidate.
Yeah.
Potentially win both, maybe.
No.
We got
That's
our
not
man
loud.
Alex in the building.
MVP. Sorry, I'm talking myself.
Averaging 27 points, 14.3 rebounds, shooting 59% from the field.
Shit.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
That's okay.
Is it MVP numbers though?
I don't know.
Some may say under.
I voted Brisky, so
I did too. And on the left, we got the captain for the Mambas. Second time on the pod?
First, actually.
First time.
Yeah, first time.
you weren't here for the captain's
You were?
pod last
I think
time?
You were, yeah, no.
No. Was that last
didn't
season
come?
or the beginning?
It was the beginning of this one. No,
No.
because Dean was here, and then
yeah.
Dean stepped
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Right.
R.I.P. Dean. R.I. Dean.
Debut on the pod also. Captain for the Mambas, Patriola, aka
Appreciate y'all having me.
Catapult. Is it Catapult?
Captain Catapult.
Captain
Coined by
Catapult.
Tone. Trick shot. What else?
I'll give you that name, right?
Slingshot. Trick
Probably
shot.
one of the hardest names in the league right now.
I appreciate that.
Well, if you're first time watching us, this is a podcast where we talk anything and everything Celly Nation. Before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Join the guys in the chat and grab some food or grab a drink. It's going to be a long night. Let's get started with the games. We had first round. We had two games. Starting off with the first game, we got the Gorillas taking on La Familia. La Familia winning 78-66. Josue and Yusuf both with 24 points, leading the way. Impressive shooting performance by Josue. 9 for 11 from the field.
He was hooping.
Yeah.
He was hooping.
Yeah, he was
Locked in.
You got Ryan
Yelling
right
at the
behind
refs.
him.
A lot of yelling at me.
hooping. He had a lot of yelling
You
at
even got
me.
hit into the stands and everything, right?
My fucking finger's the size of a
Did
sausage.
you get slip?
Yo, me
slip and fall
too
into there?
from when Yusuf jumped on me.
Yeah, Yusuf-
Yeah, my spring is swollen up.
Honestly,
I'm
man, I
like,
thought the Reapers hired him, man.
No, I did.
That was Mike.
But for the Gorillas in their losing effort, you got Lane with 23 points. Jordan, Boogie with 15 points again.
Oh,
7
nice.
for 9. Chef had a rough showing, had 9 points, 9 assists, 3 for 10. And you got Dean with 8 points. For La Familia, how did they look to you guys?
They look good.
Real good.
Yeah, they look good. They play well together there. They control the ball, they control the pace, the tone, set the tone early. So I could hear him from the stands sometimes. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
he really
Be dropping that
coaching.
bomb,
Yeah,
man. Your kids are around, man.
he's coaching. So you could see the passion. He wants to win for sure.
Yeah.
I could hear it in his voice. So.
I gotta say, I know Sway and Brisky have a relationship, so I think that's why it works. And, no matter how much they yell at each other or whatever, at least they're on the same page. They're brothers, and that's a crazy backcourt,
Right.
Would you say they're kind of like the best duo right now that are remaining in the playoffs?
Best
Sway and
duo.
Because you can compare them to
Nacho, Tommy,
Nacho, Tommy,
and
you got
then
Shane,
Alex and Shane.
I thought Braylon and Dom were
They're out.
but they're out.
No, I'm just
They're
kidding.
out.
I'm just kidding. No, remaining in there.
I would say they are probably
They're up there for sure. They play well together.
because they got defense.
You said Tommy.
No, they do not have defense
Sway?
with Yusuf. They have
with
negative
with
defense.
Yusuf,
Yeah, but
Sway is
he
the
brings
defense.
them down so far because he's constantly out of position. So,
Yeah.
Sway's greatness at defense, Yusuf's lack of defense brings them down so much more.
But then if you look at Sway's greatness of defense and then Yusuf greatness in offense.
It might be the best offensive backcourt.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
say that.
Okay.
I could say that.
Okay.
And I still don't even know if I agree with that, but
Yeah.
I got you.
I could argue. I mean, Alex and Shane would be.
Alex and Shane.
Yeah.
I can see that too. That's my top two.
I didn't see the percentages on the shooting percentages on both, but I know Shane shot a lower percentage.
Shane's been hooping though.
But yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not gonna lie, he had some big shots even against the Reapers in the second half. He started the game. I think he had 2 threes back to back. Like,
But-
that's big.
and Nacho shooting a crazy percentage this season, didn't he?
I don't know.
Like overall, I mean, he had one game where he shot like 70%, and
Yeah, I
Or
think
66%.
60 something.
He's
Probably.
always a high percentage.
I'm saying like, I think that was the game versus us. He cooked. Shout out to my boy Steve. I'm just kidding, Steve. I'm just kidding. Little motivation.
Yeah, Nacho hoop for sure.
So for the Gorillas, they had Yusuf in the beginning. They traded him. A lot of people said worst trade ever in Celly history, but they still made the playoffs. Got eliminated first round. How would you the scale of 1 to 10, if you had to like rate their whole season, what would you give them?
Man, it was a rough one. I'm gonna give my boy Zane, I love you. I'm gonna give you 6 though. I think there was influence on the draft I don't know if that was all fully his picks.
Mm-hmm.
And then to trade one of your stars so quickly and not try to work it out. Now I know my guy Brisky, love you too, man, but you made it tough on that his first year captain,
Yeah.
and I don't think he could handle that, and he got a little flustered. But you made the playoffs, so that's why I got to give you 6. It's above a 5. It's positive.
More than I ever did.
No comment, sir. What you got, man? I mean, they looked good that first game versus us. I mean, I know we blew that game.
Yeah.
But they overall played like a team in that game.
Yeah.
They were missing Cass though.
Yes. So do you think that would have made a difference?
How much did they win by? Like 10?
Was it
12.
78, 68?
12.
I mean,
But would they have used Kaz right?
I don't think it's really like them using Cass right. It's Cass being willing to play his role.
Yeah, like it's his presence alone. Like, you know, he's 6'7". You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like he can shoot the 3, can shoot the midi.
Well, that's why we lost. We didn't have Bird that game. Shane was guarding Kaz.
You see?
He had his best game of the season, I think.
I think that makes a big difference, honestly. Not having Cass, but they were a
Overall,
good team. They have solid guards. Legs.
Would they have won?
It would have been.
I don't think they
No.
would have won.
They would have never won, but it would have been.
I don't think so
close.
either.
I think it would have been a little bit
Closer.
difficult because the size of Cass probably make
I think it allowed
closer.
Tyreek to play his role too, and Jordan, and
Yeah.
I think Tyreek played his worst game that he had in weeks. If we're being realistic, he had been playing phenomenal,
Yeah.
and then I don't know what happened. I think having the 2 guards kind of took away from the momentum that they had with the other guys, except for Boogie. Boogie played great.
yeah,
But I feel like it took the shots away from Ty,
true.
and he was playing at a very high rate
Yeah.
in the last few games of the regular season, averaging a double-double. He was scoring efficiently. He wasn't really forcing shots. So I think it kind of took him out of rhythm. And I think their biggest downfall was the fact that they made all those trades halfway through the season, and then not having Sway and Chef, or not Sway, Lay and Chef consistently, they couldn't ever get chemistry.
Yeah.
And that if your 2 most ball dominant guys who are also supposed to be facilitators and Lay throws some crazy passes, if you don't have chemistry for that, what the hell are you doing? There's no way you're going to make a push against teams that have chemistry that late in the season. It's just not going to happen. So
I agree.
I think that's where their biggest fault was.
Yeah, because that La Familia team, they play like a team. Like they're all locked in.
Yeah.
So they look good. It's a good game.
All
Right. You nailed that though.
So continue on La Familia. Did this game show you like change your perspective against the next game against the Mako? So you feel like they have the edge now since they played?
I know they won the last one, but it's hard to bet against the Makos. And
Yeah.
Nacho got kicked out with a lot of time left.
Yeah.
So that makes a big difference. But
what was the score at that point? Was it a close game? Do you recall?
Makos were up in the second half.
Yeah,
I think
they
even
were
without Nacho, they were up 7.
Okay.
And then there was multiple turnovers, and La Familia just took advantage of it, played a smarter game towards the end.
I
But
think Fritz hit some big shots. He was playing well.
Yeah. You had to.
to me, Familia against the Gorillas, I feel like it wasn't as strong of a game from Familia.
Yeah.
Especially in the first half. I feel like they let the refs dictate a lot. And we saw how that went at the end of the regular season with the Makos. Makos exploded. So to me, it's who's going to keep a cool head and who's going to keep composure.
True.
I mean, we were 5 minutes into the game. I'm getting screamed at, and then you have them fighting amongst each other, and it's like I'm telling you guys what I'm seeing. If you don't like my call, you don't like my call. It is what it is. But don't let that dictate the way you're playing the game. Keep playing your game, and you're going to get calls, or you're not going to get calls. But the other team's not just going to get calls either. The refs are reffing in how we reffed the whole time. It was consistent throughout the whole time. Mike Mitchell was calling more than I was. I notoriously let guys play through contact because I play through contact.
And it's playoffs.
Yeah, so like both sides are playing hard. Yeah. Unless there's a turnover or like the ball gets jarred loose or like a defender really throws off a shot from the foul, I'm letting things play on. Because that's how it should be. It should be physical. It should be hard. And to me, I feel like Familia played a worse game this week, and they played down to their competition.
True.
Instead of the last game of the regular season, they really played a phenomenal game. All around, they played a phenomenal game, moved the ball well, took smart shots. This game, obviously, Sway goes 9 for 11, extremely efficient. He can replicate that because he gets to the rim so easily. It's the mindset
Mhm.
and them coming in understanding, hey, this is a team that we have to be on early and often. They're up 15-2 to start that game,
Yeah.
and then Mako's take a lead.
Yeah.
So, like, they've got to step on their necks and keep it on there the whole entire time.
Yeah, that Mako's team, they got some.
They got
Some
weapons.
fire, yeah, they got some fire.
they've got
They
weapons.
got a team.
1 through
They got
9,
a
they
team,
hit
yeah.
jump shots.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
can spread the floor. They know how to push in transition, and it's a bigger court.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
got to really be aware now in that transition of Tommy leaking, Nacho leaking, and all those guys.
Especially Tommy. Just kidding, Tommy.
But
no,
on
we're
top,
kidding.
on top of him, like
Not gonna
playing
lie.
at the top of the zone and playing towards half court, he's one of the fastest guys in the league.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So when that shot goes up and he's out, he's
Correct,
out.
correct.
You've got to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have an extra second now because the ball's got to travel a little
Yeah.
bit further, but you still got to be back and got to shut that off if you're familiar. That's what I'm looking for if they're going to win this game.
Do you think that was something that affected them? Like, I know we felt that bigger court, personally.
Yeah, I felt it for sure.
Yeah.
I was gassed. I was like, okay, yeah, this ain't Winter Park. It's definitely a lot bigger for sure. So you,
But I did play earlier today, though. I can't speak, but
I didn't.
But
I was
I-
tired. But I definitely prep for it this week
and don't tell Mike too much now.
though.
I mean, there's nothing I can do. I mean, I'm going to run the same amount that you're going to run, and then it is what it is.
No,
you
but
figure out
you
who's
said
gonna win.
something though. Like, what I say every time before our game is, do not get involved with the refs, man. Just play the game.
The refs
And
own their own jerseys.
It could throw you. It could lose you the game.
Yep. Last question on this one. La Familia. Sway and Yusuf.
Mm.
You're the captain. Who is your number one?
Sway for me.
Sway for you?
Yeah. Again, love your Brisky. But Sway has a more controlled mindset as far as composure,
Yeah.
not letting the heat of the moment get to him. And I also, Brisky was with me at the CeleNation All-Star, and we had a good talk after the fact of the game, but that was one game that I learned a lot about him, about Yusuf, and I'll give him kudos. He came back and apologized after that game, but if I'm putting the ball in someone's hand at the end of the game, I think Sway can get to the hole, like you said, whenever he wants to. Brisky might take a long three. It might go in. He's a great shooter. But if you need a bucket,
Yeah, I just think the Makos, they just lack really. I guess JPP is he got some size, but they really lack size. So Sway going to the hoop, left hand.
he's drawing a foul. He's in a
it's
bucket.
not. You either got to foul him or you got to double team, send a double team. If I'm them, I'm sending a double team at Sway and making someone else beat us. Simple as that.
But Yusuf a wide open three is probably going in though, unless it's really far bing bong range, which he likes to take.
Not a bing bong.
Not a bing bong, but
Not
the
a
bing
bing
bong
bong.
range.
I guess they
Eric, you know about that.
Let a role player try to beat you at this point. Like,
I think that's should be a game plan for most teams
Yeah.
in general.
How about this? If last shot, you need a last shot game winner. Sway or Yusuf? We're gonna
You
say
need-
we're gonna taking the ball.
You need a two or
we're
three.
gonna say you're down by 2.
Okay, two. It's
You're
Sway.
getting the ball at midcourt.
Midcourt.
Mike Mitchell midcourt. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Mike.
Who you go
4
with?
seconds on the clock.
It's hard because and Brisky, I'm not
You
reading
think it's
everything,
chat?
but Brisky was mad that I shit on him earlier about the defense, and I stand on that. The defense is fucking horrible. But I will say this: season 3, and I'm wearing the Wolfpack jersey. He hit a lot of clutch shots,
Yeah.
and it's not that I don't think Sway would. I've just seen Yusuf do it a lot. So there is a part of me that wants to say, give it to Brisky, because although Sway is unstoppable going left, Yusuf is such a psycho, and he wants to win so
Yeah.
bad. And I mean that
No,
not
in
a
a great
disrespectful
way. No,
way. Yeah.
for sure.
Not in a disrespectful way,
I
because
agree.
I consider myself one too. Like, he wants to win so bad that I feel like his will and his desire would get him to get the bucket.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's how I feel. I feel like Brisky is the one you put the ball in your hands at the end of the game. Like
And
that.
if you need a 3, for me, it's him. If it's a 2,
He hit a game winner last season for the Makos. Was it a game winner 3?
Yep.
Yeah.
was that versus La Familia?
No, it's against
No, it was
the
the
Magicians.
Magicians.
Yes, when they could have had their first win of the season.
Mm.
He said nope.
Yep. Ball was not supposed to go to him or
Was that a
something.
three
It got
still?
back to him. Yeah.
Yep.
Banked it in, and that was a crazy shot.
Spin
But
move, yeah.
Hold on, did he call it though? He said bang.
Probably did.
I don't
I'm
know.
just
He
kidding.
chucked it up. But
But
listen,
the
Yeah,
man
I
made the
didn't
man
call
made
bank on mine.
the bank's open
Yeah,
on
man.
Sunday, the ATM at least.
yeah, but Parker called yours for you, so you're good. He
That
knew
shot
it
is
was
crazy.
going.
Right.
I watched it in slow. I'm like this. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make
Mike,
it.
I was watching your feet, and I was like, nah, that's not a 4-pointer.
I thought I looked down.
They're all celebrating, and I'm trying to. No,
Yeah.
no.
We're good.
Not
What
a
else I
big bong.
think?
Not a
Yeah.
big
Come on.
bong.
I was literally right in front of my face. I'm commentating, not a big
The
ball.
basketball gods were not in your favor that day.
Not at
But
But
hey,
winning
tell
overtime.
him what I said to you right before that play.
Or you was like, what did you say?
I said you're gonna make some heroic shot right now. I
You
can
did
feel
say
it.
Yeah, you did say
I swear, I spoke it.
How
Maybe I
about
spoke into
baseball?
existence for you. That was heroic. Wasn't
It
heroic.
was a hell of a
enough.
shot.
No, that was a shot.
We literally said too, like, don't give him the 4-point play.
That was my last words coming out. Don't let him shoot the 4-point play.
All right, let's go. Let's go. To
Yeah,
game
yes, sir.
2 in the Osceola Conference.
Uh-oh.
We got the Mambas beating the Reapers 81-64. We got Alex, Dre, and Shane, all three getting 20 points.
Wow.
Alex with 22, Dre with 21, Shane with 21 also. For
Not
Reapers, not bad at all. For the Reapers, you got Dom. Nice effort, 31 points, 15 rebounds.
He played well.
He played really good.
What was the
yeah.
final?
You got Joe with
81-64.
12.7 rebounds. Sauce with 3 threes, 9 points. And then Ethan with 5 points. Axel right behind with 3 points. All right, let's hear from the Mambas. I don't know if you guys knew before. Did you kind of have a feeling Braylon weren't going to be there?
We had a feeling that he was definitely going to be there.
He was definitely
because
gonna be
La
there.
Familia last season, he was not supposed to show for us, and he showed.
Okay, so
So
you
that-
were prepared for him to be there.
The game plan was him being there.
Yeah.
Regardless of the room.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
have to.
Next thing you know, we're like, oh, he's not coming. They just
Yeah.
showed up
He
in the
shows
door.
up,
We're
yeah.
like, all right, so we're scrambling.
And,
trying to make
and we
it
beat him earlier in the season with both. So
Yeah.
we're like, it's going to be a similar game plan.
Mhm.
Ethan was there, though. That's another
Chili was there too.
And Chili,
Chili's a
too.
really good defender.
Chili and Ethan were in
He
the first
definitely-
one.
Chili played phenomenal.
Yeah, he
he
made me
played
work
very
for a lot.
good.
You know what he did? Face guarded this guy the whole time. He didn't even care about his shots.
He told me
Yeah, I
there
love
was
that.
a play, they were on offense, and he's face guarding me still. I said, Chili, you're on offense. He's like, oh! Turned around, I'm like, yo, come on, man. So he was locked in defensively, I'll tell you that.
He was.
But that's how you got to guard you. Like
Yeah.
in our game, second half, that's what I was doing to you.
Yeah,
Half court,
I'm
90
like,
feet.
dang, Eric, 94 feet? He's like,
Yeah, yeah, you can't. The moment you get the ball, you're out of there.
Yeah,
That's going to be Mike on Sunday with you, man.
gotta time Mike out.
We'll see.
So the game starts. Braylon's not there. Did it change the game plan, or we said?
I think it messed with Reapers more than it messed with us.
Yeah.
We knew we were not going to have Kyle or Brandon, but we knew we had 7-man rotation, which sometimes helps you having less people.
Yeah.
And
Especially when your bottom two guys played well.
yeah,
Prince and Batman both played well.
Yeah.
So that really helps.
what I put in the chat, I said, this is going to be the moment that you guys played the most out of all season. I know you're going to step up. And they did, man. I loved it.
Yeah, they played very
It
good.
goes a long way when you put confidence in your guys.
Prince rebound, he was, going attacking the rim.
3
Yeah.
or 4 steals.
Yeah.
He was playing well.
A
Batman
three.
came in.
Batman with the
crazy.
two.
The first bucket was crazy.
Both the other little.
The second one too.
I was really hoping he made that three.
The three
Yeah,
were
that
great.
fake pass.
Shit went way crazy.
I'm like, oh man.
If he got to the line instead of taking it 2
Yeah,
feet
yeah.
back, he would have hit it.
I would have brought the house down for sure. But
The silent crowd.
yeah, the sound like crowd would have got a little louder.
It was just Shane's kids. Mambas, Mambas. Everybody else just like,
Yeah.
the fuck is this shit? Thank God we didn't pay for this.
Oh, man.
Sorry to put on a show for everybody, man.
But the first half.
No, it wasn't
The
good.
first half was kind of close.
It was.
So
So was the second half.
Yeah, it didn't start getting away until like the last 8 minutes. That's
Not
when it was-
even.
maybe-
If you look at
got to
it
10.
at 141, they could have been down by 6. The
Yeah,
Reapers
yeah.
are down by 10
Yeah.
at the 2-minute mark.
They missed some easy layups.
Yeah.
Dom has Job on a fast break layup. He throws a lollipop pass, and I forget who it was on your team, gets back, slows it down. Job pulls it out, misses a 3, grabs the rebound, misses the next shot. You
Yeah.
guys are in transition, you miss. So it could have been an 8-point game there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they miss. Sauce comes down. He blows a layup. Could have been a
I know,
6-point
that's
game.
crazy.
Yeah.
You guys grab the ball.
I think
Dre
that's-
comes down, hits a
hits a
3.
three,
So
yeah.
instead of a 6-point game, it's now a 13-point
Yeah,
game with
yeah,
141, and that's when the game was done.
Yeah.
But
You're right,
before that,
141, you're right.
as I'm reffing, I hear Dom talking to whoever it was behind me saying, "We got this. Like we can do this." Yada yada. Like they were in the
Yeah,
game
yeah.
mentally. You know that they were trying. It's
Did
just,
you hear me? I was like, Shane, what are you doing on the sideline? He was like, make some fantasy football plays or something. I'm like, you need to get in, man.
I don't know what he was. At one point, you guys were playing 4-on-5. Then I see him run in behind me, and he fouls Dom.
He's like, I'm
And
out.
he's like, I gotta go. I'm like, all right. I don't know what the hell's
Fantasy
going on.
draft.
I was like, hey, man, this is closer than you think over there on the sidelines, man.
Yeah, Dom played well. He was hitting some tough shots. He had 1 threes, and 1 mid range.
He missed a lot of threes in the first half, but then he started hitting them in the second.
Yeah, he played well.
Actually,
And the biggest quarrel with him was getting his guys involved earlier because
Yeah.
he took too much of the load offensively, and I feel like it hurt down the stretch when the only other guy that was hitting jump shots was Sauce.
nah, that's true.
Yeah, Sauce played well too.
He played very
He
good.
made like what,
He made all
Three
three.
threes.
He made all three of his threes.
Those were confident threes.
He missed a couple
he
layups.
was
but-
open
yeah.
2-3 times after that.
Yeah.
And nobody passed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
If
No,
you're
that was
cooking,
the
you're
issue.
cooking.
The shot selections for the Reapers is what killed them.
Yeah.
They could have beat you guys, and the missed layups. They could have beat you guys
And
if
they
they
weren't
hit
all
their
locked
shots.
in. They weren't all.
Well, okay. Well, I don't want to talk shit about Kyson.
Oh
But
no. I'm just saying like.
no. Please feel free.
No,
Please feel
Nah,
free.
no.
That's the
That's
point of the
not-
podcast.
like-
You already beat them.
If they were more like all like okay,
Together?
let's get in. They may have had like it may have been like a more fighting, but I feel like they were fighting each other and fighting us.
Yeah.
So that just makes it easier for us.
I didn't finish all the stats, but Joe missed a lot of shots. They needed.
Went 5 for 17.
Is that what the
Oh,
final
yeah.
was?
Yeah.
I thought he played better than that.
Hey,
Like, all
hey, who was guarding him? I'm just kidding, Joe.
those floaters he had, I thought he played a lot. He was every time he came down the lane.
He
I
missed a
think
lot of shots,
missed
and
a lot.
he took a lot of shots
I think
quick
that's-
in possessions,
That's the most
Yeah.
shots taken.
which they're shorthanded.
Took Berlin's out. Yeah.
You guys are 80% of your buckets were transition.
yeah.
Yeah.
So why are you taking quick shots? If I'm them, I'm slowing the pace down. Let's get the best shot possible, and let's get you guys to slow your game down
Yeah.
so that we can play
Yeah.
at our pace.
Yep.
And Joe played right into that. When
Yeah.
they took those quick possessions, it helped you guys out because they weren't
Correct.
capitalizing.
Yep.
And those long rebounds off the threes,
Thank you.
outlet.
That's what opened up the game in the second half.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Now, shout out to my boy Joe. Joe wanted me to say this, man. He said, make sure he's drafted higher next time, whoever wants him. So,
He's a good player.
he is a good player.
Good
solid.
shit. Good shit.
Yeah.
Hey, good attitude. That's the big thing.
He
He's.
caught Shane on that little cross. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys seen that. It was nice.
Don't
He's
say
got some
that.
handles.
No, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's got some handles on it.
No, he does.
He's
He got
surprised me.
STK on that. That's the famous one.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. No, Job's a solid player. He just forced a little bit too
He
much.
forced a little.
I wish he slowed it down.
Yeah.
That's all I would say